The Amazon River hides many deadly creatures, but none strike fear quite like the piranha. With teeth like surgical blades and a hunger for flesh, they can strip an animal to the bone in moments. Today, we bring you real footage of the most horrifying piranha attacks ever caught on camera. Events so intense they'll make your skin crawl. Brace yourself for a journey into the deadliest waters on Earth. Let's jump into it now. Beneath the murky waters of South America's rivers, where the Amazon breathes life into an entire ecosystem, lurks a fish that has been both feared and misunderstood for centuries: the piranha. Though they average only 20 to 30 cm in length, their reputation is anything but small. These aquatic assassins possess razor-sharp interlocking teeth, a bite force of up to 70 pounds, 31.75 kg, and an uncanny ability to reduce prey to bare bones in minutes. But are they really the frenzied monsters we imagine? A feast or fiction? The truth behind the frenzy. A duck lands gently on the water, sending ripples across the surface. To the untrained eye, it's a peaceful scene. To the piranhas below, it's more like the ringing of a dinner bell. First, a scout approaches, cautiously investigating the potential meal. If the opportunity seems promising, the signal is sent, almost telepathically, to the rest of the pack. And then, like a perfectly choreographed attack, they close in, stripping their prey down with terrifying efficiency. But here's where things get interesting. Piranhas aren't always hunting. In fact, much of their infamous feeding behavior is scavenging. These so-called ruthless predators, they're more like nature's janitors, cleaning up the leftovers of the jungle to keep the rivers from becoming disease-ridden wastelands. The vegetarian side of the river's most feared predator. Yes, despite their reputation as relentless carnivores, many species, like the red-bellied piranha, have been caught red-finned munching on seeds, nuts, and even the occasional mango. During the rainy season, when fruit falls from overhanging trees into the water, piranhas eagerly gobble it up, helping to disperse seeds along the riverbanks. This means that in addition to their role as scavengers, they're also accidental gardeners, playing an important role in maintaining the Amazon's delicate ecosystem. While they have been known to bite humans, such incidents are rare and usually happen during extreme drought, when food is scarce, or if the fish feel threatened. Most of the time, piranhas are far more afraid of us than we are of them. In reality, these fish are crucial to their environment. By quickly disposing of dead or injured animals, they prevent decay from polluting the waters. They are, in essence, the cleanup crew of the Amazon, ensuring the ecosystem remains balanced and healthy. Piranha, fishermen. When piranhas decide to feast on meat, it's a spectacle worth watching. In a feeding frenzy, a school of these razor-toothed fish can strip a small animal to the bone within minutes. Yet despite their fearsome reputation, they are more scavengers than ruthless hunters. Fishermen in the Amazon take full advantage of their insatiable appetite, using just a tiny piece of bait to haul in dozens at a time. In fact, studies have shown that during peak season, a single fisherman can reel in over 100 piranhas in under an hour. Proof that these fish are not just ferocious eaters, but incredibly efficient ones. But let's be honest, the real danger with piranhas isn't some Hollywood-style feeding frenzy. Unless you're already half submerged and bleeding, they're more interested in an easy meal than a live one. In reality, the biggest threat you'll face? Dropping your lunch while canoeing through their waters. Let's just say if a piranha gets to your sandwich first, you're not getting it back. Piranhas have long suffered from a case of bad PR. Hollywood insists on portraying them as mindless, bloodthirsty killers, when in reality they are far more discerning than the average action movie suggests. Yes, they have teeth sharp enough to shear through flesh like biological scissors. And their bite force, measured at up to 72 pounds, would make any dentist wince. But they are not reckless murderers. They are opportunistic, calculated hunters. Take, for example, the big fish. Once dropped into the water, piranhas don't go into a chaotic feeding frenzy. No, that would be wasteful. Instead, they move with the quiet coordination you'd expect from a well-trained orchestra. One moment the big fish is there, the next it's simply part of the food chain. There's no dramatic writhing, no exaggerated splashes, just nature at work, efficient and inevitable. Piranha, it's catfish. The catfish, a true heavyweight of the river, glides through the murky depths with an air of quiet authority. Its whiskered face, a masterpiece of evolution, seems to convey the wisdom of an old philosopher. One who has seen it all, but even the wisest sometimes misjudge their surroundings. Enter the piranhas. Small, swift, and collectively more terrifying than their size suggests, they approach like a gang of mischievous street urchins sizing up a lone traveler. The catfish, initially unbothered, appears to pause, perhaps contemplating whether these tiny creatures are worth its attention. But hesitation is dangerous in the wild. With razor-sharp efficiency, the piranhas reveal their true prowess. They are not mindless eating machines, as popular myth suggests, but coordinated hunters, masters of the ambush. Their teamwork is both impressive and unnerving. The catfish, despite its armored hide and powerful tail, finds itself at a disadvantage. Ultimately, this underwater duel is a testament to nature's intricate balance. Where strength meets strategy. And even the giants must respect the little warriors of the deep. Flying fish versus predator. Nature, in its endless ingenuity, has granted the flying fish a rather dramatic survival strategy, one that turns the ocean into a launching pad and the sky into a temporary escape route. With wing-like pectoral fins, these remarkable creatures don't just leap, they glide. Soaring up to 200 meters over the waves, that's the length of 2 football fields. A breathtaking distance for a fish that, let's be honest, has no business being airborne. But if you think the skies offer salvation, think again. Above, the frigate bird waits. A winged executioner with razor-sharp eyesight and aerial agility that would put a fighter jet to shame. Imagine the plight of the flying fish. You break free from the water, heart pounding, only to realize you've entered the hunting zone of a bird that sees you as a convenient mid-air snack. Talk about a dilemma. Yet staying in the water isn't much better. Below, the relentless dorado, also known as mahi-mahi, lurks, a sleek and voracious predator that can outswim nearly anything in pursuit. So what's a fish to do? The moment it flees one hunter, it practically flings itself into the jaws of another. It's as if evolution designed a particularly cruel game of the floor is lava. Except here, both air and sea spell danger. For all its acrobatics, the flying fish remains a prime example of nature's paradox, an extraordinary adaptation that grants both freedom and peril in equal measure. Sometimes, in the grand theater of survival, even the most impressive tricks don't guarantee an escape. Grouper fish. Beneath the rippling surface of tropical waters, the mighty Goliath grouper, a true heavyweight of the deep, lurks in patient silence. Reaching up to 2.5 meters long and weighing nearly 300 kilograms, these colossal fish could easily be mistaken for underwater boulders. If boulders had eyes that never blinked and mouths large enough to engulf a basketball. At first glance, groupers seem like solitary, sluggish giants, content to hover like living shipwrecks. But don't be fooled. These creatures are cunning strategists. In rare moments of cooperation, they exhibit an almost eerie synchronization, moving together with the calculated grace of an underwater heist crew. Their target? The unwary seabirds that skim too close to the surface. One moment a bird glides peacefully above the waves. The next, a massive gaping mouth erupts from below, swallowing the hapless flyer before it even has time to register the betrayal of gravity. There's no struggle, no drawn-out chase, just a single perfectly timed lunge. It's less of a hunt and more of a vanishing act, a magician's trick performed in salt water. Wells catfish, vs. pigeon. The Wells catfish, a true leviathan of European rivers, is an apex predator with an unexpected trick up its sleeve. Stretching up to 13 feet long and weighing nearly 600 pounds, this freshwater giant glides through murky depths, relying on its sensitive barbels to detect the faintest ripples of potential prey. But while most would expect it to feast on fish and amphibians, yes, pigeons! In the rivers of southern France, Wells catfish have been observed launching themselves onto the shore to snatch unsuspecting birds mid-bath. This behavior, reminiscent of orcas beaching themselves to catch seals, is both astonishing and, let's be honest, a little comical. How does a fish with poor eyesight manage this feat? By relying on its ultra-sensitive motion detection. reacting to the ripples of flapping wings before striking with surprising precision. We just witnessed the raw power of piranhas, swift, brutal, and unstoppable in their element. But remember, every creature has a role in nature's balance. If you want more gripping stories like this, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an episode. Have a theory about why piranhas attack the way they do? Drop your thoughts below and let's get the conversation going. See you in the next adventure.